On that.
Yeah, I didn't watch the fight. I'm not, I wasn't. I guess I should go back and look at it. And we're open to any suggestions. And what I mean by that is like, look, we're working with Ryzen right now, and Mike Afromowitz and I have a good relationship. And so I told him the other day, look, the door is always open. Timing is going to be an issue because we're so busy. We have to keep our fighters busy. I know there was a fighter here tonight, Tom Loeffler's fighter, Cecilia. She also would like to fight Cyborg at some point. So maybe Tom and I work together. So the door is going to be open, and if it makes business, then it makes sense. And that's how I look at it.
Also, you recently signed Eric Goyito Perez. I was wondering if you could speak on what kind of impact you expect him to have in the bantamweight division as a new addition.
Well, my guys have they have some high hopes for him. And I know that he's been, kind of in a couple of leagues. So let's see if we can find him a home here and let him develop and fight the top guys. But I'm not sure when he's going to fight first. That's something you could probably talk to Ryan and find out from Rich when he's going to fight.
Scott over here. Gegard, great performance in the main event. He suggested during fight week that he was looking at potentially dropping to welterweight if Douglas Lima beats Rory McDonald. Is that something you would be interested in?
He said that. I just don't know how he does it. I mean, to drop another 15 pounds, I think that's quite ambitious, right? I think he's exactly where he should be, but he might be thinking about that $1 million prize money in case somebody got hurt. Because he brought this up to me 6 months ago. Said if somebody gets hurt in that welterweight tournament, I'm in. Sign me up. I'm like, we have other plans for you, Gegard. Don't worry, you're going to be fine. So, I don't think that that's going to happen, but. If he really wants to do it, we'll sit down and we'll talk about it.
We had Antonio McKee win on the undercard. Obviously, great night for the McKees. He wants to fight again. Are you interested in that? And would you like to see him fight soon? Or what are your thoughts on him going forward?
Did he say he wants to fight again?
He does, yes.
Okay. Well, let me. I have no comment on that one, but we'll get back to you.
And then last one for me, Ava Knight. Great debut, getting the win. It seems like she's going to be fighting in boxing next, but what is the plan with her going forward?
Listen, I think she comes from a great program. She's obviously has some great boxing fights, and she's going to go back to boxing, and she's always welcome. The way I look at it is the door's open. If she wants to come back and fight mixed martial arts, we'll be here. I think we have a multi-fight deal with her, so when she comes back, she'll be fighting in Bellator.
Josh. Scott, you mentioned Cecilia Brickhouse and Tom Loeffler. Does she want to do MMA or does she want to box?
She wants to box.
So where's the discussion? Cyborg said that there was only MMA talk ahead of this fight, but where's the boxing piece of her element?
When we did the deal with Cyborg, not to get into her contract, but it was important for her to have a carve out that she could box, and Bellator be a part of that promotion. So, if she wants to pick it up at a future date, then we'll make it happen.
Scott over here left. I just want to clarify one thing on the selection show. So Pitbull was always going to be last. They only picked 7 numbers, the 7 guys on stage, right? That's how it worked out.
Yes.
Okay. And then I asked you the other day about locations and dates for those Grand Prix quarterfinals. Anything to announce about that?
You know what? We still have to sign a few contracts, but in December we're obviously looking to go to Hawaii, and then in January we'll be here. February. We're talking to the Mohegan Sun, trying to get a date up there. So it's kind of in flux right now. So as we lock it down, we'll let you know.
So the January Grand Prix fight will be on the same card as Cyborg and Bud?
That's correct.
Okay. And Lyoto Machida, the main event, where do you see his future now? I think he was saying this week that he preferred light heavyweight. I think going to middleweight is not his favorite thing at this point. Where do you see him going from here?
That's something that I'd like to go back and sit down with my team and figure that out. Him fighting, the 205 weight class, I think there's some good fighters for him to fight. Phil Davis was here tonight. He said he'd love to fight him. At some point, if he wants to fight, gets a couple wins, and maybe he fights Ryan Bader at 205. So there's a couple matchups that I really like for him, and we'll get him back and we'll get him busy soon.
We'll do 2 more, Randall, and then Nick.
Patricio Pitbull is your lightweight champion also. He advanced in the tournament tonight. Do you plan on making an interim lightweight title?
We were going to wait till this fight was over, and he did take a lot of damage, and I think he was really smart to take that March slot, so he has more time to rest. So the thought was, if he had a quick finish, then and he took the March slot, maybe he could fight in between and defend his lightweight belt. So now we're back at the drawing board because he took some damage. So I don't know how much damage he took or when he could fight again, but we're gonna have to wait for the medical reports and see. But I'd like him to defend both, and I always said that, look, fighters can defend both, as long as they don't get hurt. So we'll see what happens.
Scott, I think most would agree Pitbull versus McKee would be a big fight that would do big business for Bellator. Are you glad that they ended up on opposite sides of the bracket? So if they continue to win, it could shape up to be sort of like a mega finale? Or would you have preferred to capitalize on that fight sooner on in the tournament?
I mean, look, there's no guarantee in these tournaments because you never know what's going to happen. But listen, if McKee, who's undefeated, fights Pitbull at the very end, I think that'd be a very entertaining fight. I think that's a fight that we could build a lot of heat on and make a lot of sense. But in these things, you never know. Thank you.